Please subscribe to my channel Think Deep and hit the bell icon for more updates.
How many of you have watched the famous web series, The Breaking Bad? If you haven't, please log on to Netflix and watch it right away. I still remember in the year 2008, even before Netflix had gained a lot of popularity, I had watched this web series and it was very famous at that time and very popular. This web series had mixed reviews, though it was a big hit. Many people found it very slow at the beginning, but trust me, this particular web series will definitely grow on. It went on for 6 years, 2008 to 2013. The story of Breaking Bad is very interesting and intriguing. If you guys have watched Breaking Bad, you will get to know what I'm talking about. The story revolves around a simple chemistry school teacher who is suffering from a critical lung cancer, and now he has to save up money for his family because he knows he's going to die and he doesn't have sufficient funds to support his family, and he has not revealed to his family that he's suffering from lung cancer. So definitely this protagonist, Walter White, the chemistry teacher, is going through a lot of turmoil right now.
Chemistry. It is the study of change.
It is growth, then decay, then transformation.
Walt, we love you, man. We love you. Everybody, to Walt!
You understood what I've just said to you? Yes. Lung cancer. Inoperable.
And surprisingly, one day, Walter White bumps into his former student, Jesse Pinkman, played by the talented Aaron Paul. Now, how both of them start a drug trade business and how they produce meth. And the rest of the web series basically talk about their journey, how both of them become most wanted drug lord in New Mexico. This entire story takes place in a city in New Mexico. So, well, that's the story of Breaking Bad. I won't give out much spoilers. If you haven't watched it yet, please log on to Netflix right away. It's around 5 seasons and 62 episodes. So, aram se log on to Netflix and watch it right away. Like when Breaking Bad got over, I did feel sad and emotional, but I found the ending very abrupt. I always wondered what happened to the character played by Aaron Paul. What happened to Jesse Pinkman, the student, the assistant of Walter White? Where did he go? Did he seek redemption successfully? Because he was ready to start a new living, leave the drug trade. So we all wondered what really happened to Jesse Pinkman. I always wondered whether the creators will think of a sequel or a mini-series. So finally my question is answered. After around 2013 was the last episode. I think after 6 years, 2019, I was really happy when the makers announced that they're going to have an extension of Breaking Bad, where we are going to find out what really happens to the character Jesse Pinkman and how he successfully seeks redemption. So let's not forget Vince Gilligan, the man and the brain behind the Breaking Bad series. So finally he comes up with a film, Breaking Bad movie called The El Camino. It has already been launched on Netflix. So all of you who were waiting to know what really happens to Jesse Pinkman's character, after watching this movie, all your questions will be answered. Well, most of you might question me that if you have not watched the Breaking Bad series, will you enjoy this movie El Camino? Well, my advice to you is that please watch the Breaking Bad series first and then jump to the movie, because there are certain characters, sequences and flashback which a person who has watched Breaking Bad can only resonate. And if you have not watched the Breaking Bad series, you might get confused. Because frankly speaking, when I started watching this, because I watched Breaking Bad last when 2013, I watched Breaking Bad. So when I was watching this movie, it took me time to get hold of it. Definitely I was very happy getting into the world of Breaking Bad once again. But first few minutes it took me time to know, this character was in that scene, this flashback, this flashback was there. Who is this character? So it took me a few minutes, it took me some time to get into the world of Breaking Bad once again. But after a few minutes, I definitely had a very nostalgic moment, because there are a few flashbacks and instances will definitely make you remember the Breaking Bad universe. So the story of El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie, is pretty simple. It starts off exactly where the finale ends. Picking up right after Breaking Bad's dramatic ending, El Camino has a comparatively anticlimactic plot, largely focused around the former meth cook and the partner of Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, who is attempting to get all the cash in order to make a clean escape from New Mexico, where he's a wanted man. That means ducking the authorities and dealing with Neil and Cassie, another set of operators thriving in the local criminal underworld. They have a loose connection to the drug leaders who kept Jesse prisoners for months, and they are after the same cash Jesse requires. So definitely you will see two new characters popping up, and how Jesse requires that cash to escape. He wants to start a new living, and how these two characters serve as a obstruction to Jesse's plan. Definitely you're going to see a lot of bloodbath, murder, gunfighting, ammunitions, chase sequences. But frankly speaking, I'm sure when Vince Gillian was thinking about this particular movie, El Camino, he didn't think of a 2-hour full episode. And this is only an extension to the Breaking Bad finale, which happened 10 years ago. Because if you see just the story, it's not a very 2-hour movie. Very straightforward story where we show that Jesse Pinkman is looking for the cash, and how he finds the cash. You will see a lot of flashback which will tell you where the cash is hidden and how he finds the cash and how he faces obstruction and how he escapes. It's a very straightforward story. By the way, the newly shot sequences very well fit between the past events from the show. The only super fans and the fans of Breaking Bad will be able to pinpoint exactly when some of these sequences take place. Well, the fans will be very happy to see the flashbacks because they definitely bring back a lot of familiar faces. So if you have watched Breaking Bad, you will definitely, you will be very excited to see, this guy was in this series, this guy was in this season. So overall, it'll be a good treat for the hardcore fans of Breaking Bad. Secondly, I would like to thank the director Vince Gillian. He's a genius. In terms of the color tone, in terms of execution, camera angle, cinematography, it definitely will match up to the execution of the Breaking Bad series. If you know, Breaking Bad series is also known for its smart execution, its sleek style, its cinematography, its color tone. If you search on YouTube the best cinematography in web series, Breaking Bad will be definitely their first choice. So in terms of execution, El Camino is the same and definitely matches up to the Breaking Bad web series. So Vince Gillian has not compromised with the execution. That's a very good part about El Camino. Last few seasons and episodes, Walter White's character had overshadowed Jesse Pinkman's character. And I really thought that the character Jesse Pinkman deserved a fair ending. So El Camino is definitely gives a fair ending to the character Jesse Pinkman. Definitely the fans of Breaking Bad will be happy to see the ending of El Camino because Jesse Pinkman finally gets a fair ending. One very odd aspect I noticed in this particular movie is that there are less female characters. If you have watched the Breaking Bad series, it boasts of strong female characters and very well etched out. In this film, surprisingly, there are no female characters. It's a very fairly male-dominated setup. You'll get to see Jesse Pinkman's mom in few scenes, but surprising, I don't know, was it a deliberate attempt or I don't know, maybe that's what the script demanded. There were no female characters. I won't give out much spoilers. You need to see the film, you'll get to know what I'm talking about. So finally, I end my review here. It's a spoiler-free review. You still have to watch the film to know more. So El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie, is definitely one of the best finale films I've ever seen. Initially, you will find it very slow and very realistic and long. But after a few minutes, the movie gains momentum and it has a great ending. So please log on to Netflix and watch Breaking Bad if you still haven't watched Breaking Bad. And after this, please switch on to El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie on Netflix. Guys, please watch the movie and share your feedback in the comments box below and let me know how do you like the film. So I sign off. Please subscribe to my channel Think Deep for more updates. And I'll be back again with the review of The Sky is Pink. And you can get in touch with me on Instagram. My handle is Deep Basu. Twitter, my handle is Deep Basu1. And of course, YouTube, my channel is Think Deep Basu. So Breaking Bad is back and I can't be happier. And I'm sure all the fans of Breaking Bad will definitely watch this film. So thank you so much. Have a great weekend and only watch movies. Lots of love. Bless you. Bye.